This is the plaintiff, Dennis Martin. He says his car was illegally towed by the outlaw bandit defendant who preys on innocent people and snatches their cars off the street. He then extorted money from him to get the car released. He won't be intimidated by the likes of this dastardly defendant and is suing him right here, right now, for the $500 he's owed. This is the defendant, Robert Scores. He says the plaintiff tells a great story, but the guy had an expired registration on the car. That's why it was towed off the lot he parked it in. He called the city police department, did everything by the book, and this is just one more person who thinks he can sue him and win for a tow. And we'll soon find out he can't. He's accused of going rogue on a tow.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says his car was towed by a tow truck company that was just sitting there waiting and preying on innocent people. But the defendant says he towed the car because it had expired tags. It's the case of, hey, I can hook you up.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Dennis Martin, you're suing Bobby's Auto Repair and Collision Incorporated, represented here by Robert Scores. You're the owner?
Yes, I am.
For the return of the amount you paid in order to get your car out of tow when he towed it, plus an additional $256 for aggravating you. So we can make it a nice round $500.
Yes.
All right, let me hear it, Mr. Martin. Why do you feel you were illegally towed? Where were you when you parked?
On the day in question, I was visiting my daughter who lives up in Poughkeepsie. This is my daughter, Shalima. And I dropped off the car to her at her house. After that, I went home. Anytime I go up to her house, all right, I park on the side where it says visitors parking. I feel I park there all the time. Never had any problems, any issues. The moment I gave the car to my daughter, all of a sudden, this young man over here felt that it was okay to tow the vehicle.
When did you bring the car up to her? What date?
In April. It was in April.
When in relation to the tow? Is it the day you went to visit her? Is it a month after you went to visit her? What
No,
was
it was the day after.
The day after?
Yes.
You were
I
visiting?
left the van with her because I
Okay.
was giving it to her.
Okay.
And I left it with her.
Okay.
When I went home, this young man felt that he can tow it because I feel that he towed it because he seen Pennsylvania plates. All right? And if he towed it.
Right, but he
Yeah.
saw Pennsylvania plates in Poughkeepsie.
in Poughkeepsie. So
Okay.
he knows that I would have to come and
For that reason, I bought 3 other tags from Florida.
That doesn't tell me
Well,
anything.
no,
I know Florida. Florida
no, I'm
requires
just
a tag.
saying visual of what we go by. We have no way of running a registration.
I find your credibility to be extremely
A
suspect.
violation of the rules and regulations in.
I'm glad that there was some deficit to you for an accident that you caused.
it's a new one on me.
All vehicles must have a valid registration and inspection sticker. That car had a valid registration and inspection sticker. You just didn't know where to look because it's on. Why are you getting angry?
I'm
It's
not getting
astounding
angry,
to
ma'am.
me
I'm not
that you're
getting angry.
fighting this.
Okay, I'm not
you're
fighting
like
this.
you're like the bad lawyer who then doesn't want people to talk. You don't get aggravation, or I would be a millionaire.
I
Okay,
understand.
but
I
you do get your court costs and prejudgment statutory interest from the day you had to pay the $244.
Thank you.
We'll figure that out for you outside. That's my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, the plaintiff does get the cost of the tow back again. Mr. Scores, the judge thinks you should apologize to him. You don't seem inclined to do that, do you?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because it's the responsibility of the person to put or make a valid registration visible.
Well,
it is what it is. It is what it is.